Right, so this video is just to show about the biceps and how I've gone about doing that. Originally I started with a taper cure, not the best by any stretch, mainly because of the size and the integrity and the folds, nothing really to support it as such. So having knocked on up to get the rough size, wasn't too happy with it, so I decided I needed to do it another way. What I decided to do was in fact to make a wooden pattern. So I've made this out of cedar and I've machined it. I used the milling machine to cut these bits out, as well as a saw. I planed these bits off by hand, drilled these bits out again on the milling machine and a bit on the router. So I actually made a wooden pattern, got all the draft angles correct. Draft angles are just angles that you put in to make sure you can take it out of the mould, so there's no overhangs, which literally allows me to vacuum form. So there's a vacuum form casting, and literally the plastic sheet just sucks over. It's not really the suction that makes it form over, it's a change of air pressure. As the air's withdrawn from underneath the pattern, the air on the outside pushes down on it to make it better. So I vacuum formed some top biceps over the wooden pattern. You can see it's very tight. Onto there, I'll just take that back out again, and then the next thing I did was do the side bits. Let's leave that in for a second. And I did this by basically laser cutting, drawing it out up on CAD and laser cutting this out and then attaching it together. Again, be mindful of the overhangs, and this is actually the side piece of the arm. So we vacuum form the tray out, it gives you all the detail that you've got in there, which is what I was after. Makes it a bit more precise, and it's a bit quicker because it means that I can replicate the one side exactly the same as the other. Okay, so once I've done that, next thing I needed to do was to work out how it actually goes onto the body, which is fairly simple really. This is the actual final structure. You can see how the two goes now. It's designed so this bit can be cut. So I didn't know the length of the arm or how to do it, so what this allows me to do is to move the arm in and out to set it to my arm size. It also means as well that it's designed so it fits at the top, so I'll have all the electronics and batteries in here for the lights. There's going to be a download down here, and there's going to be some grills in there and some other detail, but it means that I can actually fit these bits in, and it also means that the arm should in theory act like a hinge. So there should be some sort of play and movement, and you can see it's actually been designed just so those bits fit and do from there directly into those middle pieces. So I can actually make these, rather than fixed, a bit more movable. Now what I've done there is I've got Bob. I've put on the updated shoulder armour, the arm that we've got now. And what I need to do is make sure that these actually fit, or will fit, near to the arm as to where the joints go. So that looks about right, to be honest. Probably better if I showed you on the other side. So there's the armour. You can see it covers, hopefully you can see most of the side, and it means then that this bit will actually come down. So the next stage to do with that was to then fiberglass the inside just to make them more solid. These are left the vacuum plastic on the outside because it gives a better feature. You can see it's got a protective coating on. I should remove that protective coating once it's done. Lights are going to be in here, and there's also going to be some light in there. And what I need to do is be able to slide this in and out a bit like that. Now I've already done one to show you on this bit and how tight the fit is. You can see it fits very tight. You can see it hinges, hopefully, so it does move in and out. And it also does fit directly, if I can just get that under the bit of light, it does fit directly into there. So what will happen is, inside here I'll drill and put in some LEDs that links straight directly through a wire to a backpack that goes in here. So the battery pack, or the backpack as I call it, will fit into there, and this does allow that then to move and traverse up and down, and a bit of play across the side. The cut itself is quite tight. There's a bit of leeway around there, so there should be, and that's just to allow it to move and adjust in and out and hinge and give it a bit of play. Hopefully it'll make that just a little bit more comfortable for the other bits to fit on. Now the other thing is the arm strap will be fit attached to this, so that goes around from there, and it'll be the back bicep and the front bicep, and hopefully that will make it a bit more rigid and structured there. And we'll probably put a few pipes on here and again remove paper once that's done. So the idea is eventually that the solid ones shouldn't do that, but the solid ones will actually fit along the armour like so. And now I can go off those corners then to build and construct the final piece, which I'll show you. So the way I intend to do this is literally to drill a hole through these bits and to put a bolt with a spring on to allow them to move, give a bit of play in and out, but it should be designed to be quite flat. And then the next thing I need to do is just show you how I cut that out. Well, how I cut this one out so accurate is literally I placed the top bicep vacuum form mould with the fiberglass into place. I literally place this level, and then from there I've got my reciprocating tool, placed it flat on the edge and actually marked where that bit is and cut that out. Now unfortunately I can't video doing that while I'm moulding it and holding the camera, so what I will do is try and set it up so you can see what it is I'm actually doing in a second. Right, so the next stage was to put these into place, and then what I did was secured it. I've drilled holes right the way through, so this is held into 4 places, into the parts that I needed it to be. Just zoom in there a little bit so you can see where we're at. I've also drilled 3 holes here, which is going to be for 3 LEDs, because this is part of the arm that lights up. They're not going to come right the way through here, and I'm just going to stick a diffuser on the end and down there, so you won't see any of the holes. Or that anyway, but all this will have to be painted before they before we go in, or we can mask them off. So So just to show you on the other side, all we've done there is we've literally just moved into position, and then I've just drilled it into the location where it needed to be. And so you can see we've got the location on there, and that's quite rigid now, and that should fit into one of the arm sides